As long as it was funny, I guess, and for the sake of the joke, you gotta protect all comedians. Maybe that should be
a PAC PAC.
PAC PAC.
PAC PAC.
That should be a PAC PAC. You know.
Protect all comedians. Political action committee. Protect all. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah, get that one out once.
Protect all comedians. Political action committee. I fucked up committee.
Stay relatable, stay relatable. Stay relatable, stay relatable. Stay relatable, stay relatable. Can you relate?
I thought I was gonna drop right there. That's the old classic Logan.
I did too.
Relatables intro. You guys might not have heard in a while. You guys haven't heard us in a while. Welcome back. Episode 185 of the Relatables podcast is here, in progress. I'm your host at Zach Malcolm. All things social.
I'm your other host at D Nimic, only on Instagram.
Yeah, and this is take 2 of the intro because we were a little rusty last time. But I mean, you can't really get rusty doing a podcast because it's easy, right?
You can.
How?
A podcast is like fighting. You know, you don't play podcast. You know.
Oh, you just fight.
You just podcast, dude.
We should fight. You ever wanted to fight me?
No.
Really? Never?
Feels like you wanted to fight me. Really?
No, I've never thought about putting hands on you, honestly.
Where do you put it like that? We're just going to fight. Because if I lay hands on you, somebody's getting baptized.
You ever been in a fight with a friend, like a real physical altercation?
No, with a friend.
Really?
No.
Not even someone who you weren't friends with and then were friends with later? No? Like a foe?
No.
I feel like I have a lot of those. I have a couple like frenemies and like we're not cool and then something happens and then we're cool. Those are like the tightest friendships I have. Kind of had that with you in the 8th grade.
What happened?
You and Alex Gallagher picked on me relentlessly.
Did we though?
I was like, these kids aren't my friends. Like they're kind of mean. And then eventually we all just kept hanging out.
Huh.
You don't remember that?
No, not as much as you do.
You don't remember being a bully?
No.
Remember the time you two, I was like I got in some trouble and that's why I came to the middle school in 8th grade. I was at a middle school in 6th and 7th grade and then I went to y'all's in 8th grade. And I was like very like stay out of trouble, like don't get in trouble anymore. And you guys were like, we sell drugs, man. Like I don't know if you want to hang out with us. And you guys had me convinced that you sold weed. And I was like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing that, man. That's not
I do
cool.
kind of remember that part.
And then after school, you guys were like, meet us on the front. We're going to like sell you weed or do something.
We're going to force you to buy weed.
Yeah. And if you don't, we're going to fight you. And then I went out there like so scared. And you guys are like, we're just fucking with you, man. And I was like, all right.
Huh.
Bullies.
That's what you call them.
I guess bullies don't remember bullying because they're just like, I was just being myself.
I was just being cool. I just remember being really cool in middle school.
But yeah, man, we're back again. It's been almost 6 months. Is that what I'm reading?
Almost 6 months is what I put down.
Doesn't feel like it. Feels like yesterday.
December 12th or December 15th was the last time.
Gross.
We've been through holidays. We've been through birthdays. We've been through pandemics. We've been through
half of one.
We've been through Capitol stormings.
Oh, we never talked about that.
We've been through a changing of precedents.
Changing of the god, changing of the old white men, as they say.
As they would say.
Yeah, we had, like maybe 2 months ago, we started one in the park. Tried to do a podcast in the park. That didn't turn out well.
Yeah, what was it called? Peeing in the park.
Peeing in the park. It's just too distracting.
Yeah, it was too observational. It just got off the rails.
And I felt like people could hear us around us, so I didn't want to be too obscure.
It was like being schizophrenic with your friend and then just trying not to get people to notice.
It was like being on mushrooms in a very public setting. Like, does everyone else know? Of course they know we have microphones.
Right.
Of course they know it's like 11:30 p.m. We have sunglasses on. Like, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
If you guys ever see guys with sunglasses on at night, don't think they're cool. They're probably just on drugs and they're trying to hide it from you. Just be cool.
Or they're trying to give them to you.
Ooh. Yeah, what's Relatables Fest? We're just flying through these notes here.
I know these are the notes that I put down. Relatables Fest is the festival / comedy show / music show that we will put on before we get out of this fucking place.
Yeah.
It is it's gonna be if you've ever heard of a cross blocker party, it's gonna be better than that.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Cross blocker party that never happened.
Well, it's gonna happen.
It should.
Better.
Bigger, better. We never rebranded.
We didn't.
I think that's part of our brand, dude. Let's talk about rebranding and never do it.
Rebranding. What's wrong with the relatables?
I thought that probably 2 weeks ago. Like, I kind of like it. Like, I said it to someone. They're like, oh, it's kind of like sounds kind of interesting. And I imagined myself trying to pitch Gray Pride to someone, and then being like, that was the other name we had for the new rebrand, the podcast, Gray Pride. And it didn't. It's like a tattoo. Like, you got to put it up on the refrigerator for a little while to see if you really want it. And I didn't like it after a while.
Okay.
So I'm glad I didn't get that permanently on my body.
Well, lucky for you, I already have Stay Relatable on my body.
Oh, damn. But that's also the name of your other podcast.
Yeah, which I haven't done either.
Yeah.
Which, still room. Still room for your friend's favorite podcast.
We're in the business of doing a podcast, but not doing a podcast.
What was that one movie that was like about like faking a movie? It's the producers. Is that what it was?
I think so.
Yeah, they're just like the movie was about faking a movie.
There's also Windy City Heat. You ever seen that?
No.
Oh,
Maybe.
it's really good. It's like one of the best movies of all time. They convinced this guy that he's the.
How is it just because I haven't seen it? It's the best movie.
I do. I love doing that. Do you ever have vanilla ice cream?
I think I have seen it. It's all right. It's all right.
Honestly, don't go out of your way, but if you see it pop up. No, they convinced this guy that he's the star of a movie, and that's the whole movie is them fucking with him and putting him in situations where...
Is it documentary style or is it like movie style?
It's like early... it is kind of like early Office style, but it's less dry. Like, there's like big moments.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of theatrical.
What's it called?
Windy City Heat.
Windy City Heat.
Yeah, Don Barris made the movie. I forgot the guy who they fucked with, his name. But it's a classic.
You really know someone's just a nerd when they're like movie directors. Like,
yeah. Well, he was partly in it. He's a comedian. He does comedy at the Comedy Store in Los Angeles. We saw him go on one night.
Did we?
Yeah. Remember the guy who, like the little younger comedian, the door guy, was like walking with a whole bunch of table of waters?
Yeah.
And the guy walked by and just flipped them all up?
Yeah.
That was Don Barris.
Oh, the guy who flipped him up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Decent
He has the
guy.
Ding Dong Show. It's like where he brings crazy people on stage, and it's kind of like the Windy City Heat, but in stand-up. He brings people on stage and makes them think they're stars, and yeah. I wouldn't suck it. Dean was motioning the dick suck.
Nobody. You really just brought it up out of nowhere to anybody listening.
And I might, I'd touch it. But yeah, we never rebranded, which I'm proud of.
CK me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't suck it.
I'd watch.
You can do what you want with it.
Just do it in a potted plant, man. Yeah. Yeah. We're just having fun doing comedy. That's kind of getting back in full swing. Shout out Voussoir.
Voussoir.
Ran by Scott Watley.
Crazy room.
Yeah,
I love the drive up though. It's got a bunch of sick graffiti and fucking. It's got a good look.
I like how everyone shitted on it. Like, not shitted on, but like made fun of the venue in their set. Like,
Hopefully
everyone had a thing for
I think
it.
they got out of the way though.
Yeah.
I don't think you can come back next week and try to open with that stuff.
Yeah.
So
me too. Everyone like, we heard this last week.
Yeah. Now it's respectable. I feel like people did that at CBD Cafe probably.
Mm.
And then like.
Shout out CBD Cafe.
Yeah. Shout
Thursday
out to
nights.
not being a shitty place no more. So.
Yeah, Voussoir sounds like a gang call. Voussoir?
Well, it's like, what does that mean? Like, why don't you say voodoo? Why don't you say like?
Yeah, I looked to see the
swarma?
meaning of it, and it wasn't. I couldn't find anything. But yeah, cool story. Guy who started it, Voussoir, out in Atlantic Beach. Started it during segregation.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah. No, it started Voussoir. Yeah, he started segregation. Some guy in Jacksonville, Florida. But yeah, hit there up. Monday nights is always Rain Dogs in Shantytown.
Yeah, Shantytown and Rain Dogs to be exact.
Yep. Wednesday night. What do we have Wednesday nights? Anything?
Wednesday nights are Justice Pub, Breakaways, and Tiernanog. Shout out to Daytona and St. Augustine.
Yeah, these are all Jacksonville / surrounding areas open mics, by the way. We just kind of launched into that.
No, they Google.
They know.
That's the thing about 2020. Like, there's nothing that should go over your head.
You need a couple keywords, and you can probably find the thing. Yeah.
Just like go to the bathroom right quick, and you're back as an expert. But like,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be just asking dumb questions when everybody has Google.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least YouTube it. Like, but everybody has Google.
Some people aren't good with using it, though. Like, my girlfriend sucks at it.
At Google?
at Google. They're just too specific in what they put in.
So she's what keeps all those Google employees like riding bikes and like playing ping pong at work because she can't Google right. We got to make it better for her. There's people out there who don't know how to use this stuff. So I need to go to the park.
We're gonna make a YouTube tutorial to learn how to use Google, but you probably can't find it, can you? Anyways,
first step: Google YouTube tutorial on Google. If you found yourself here, you don't need this video.
what's 185? What is that up there?
That's what number we're on.
Oh, okay.
That's UFC 185.
I was thinking, like, is that your weight? Like, do you feel heavy right now? Like, what do you think?
You trying to bulk up for Izzy or?
Speaking of, yeah, people have come and gone in the UFC world.
Oh man.
Usman has established his dominance.
He has.
Last fight, was
He
it
has.
162? 161.
262.
262.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Establishes dominance on a road to path to greatness.
Oh, yeah. The UFC was in Jacksonville. You went. How was that?
Saw him dominate. Saw a familiar face by his side.
Oh.
Oh.
Lady.
I don't know if she watches this or listens to this podcast.
Doesn't matter. Usman's boo.
Yeah, it was fire. She did fire.
Rose Namajunas behind him on the wall.
Yeah, got one of those.
I've seen those
who
everywhere
else?
around Jacksonville.
Yeah, they posted them. They blasted them around town.
Yeah.
They were just paid some marketing company to like put them everywhere.
Huh. Good for you. You got one for free. Got
Yeah.
two for free.
Two pack.
Anyways.
But yeah, the fights were fucking incredible. Always wanted to go to one. I thought I'd have to go to Atlanta or fucking Miami or somewhere big. They came to Jacksonville. You got to go to at least one just to like feel the fucking like intensity of it. Especially if you get close enough seats, it is kind of like you're close enough to watch it. I thought you'd be like kind of far where you couldn't see shit, but like you're kind of close enough to where it's.
They've built those arenas to be good for sports, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
I go to hockey games there, and it's so intimate.
Yeah, you feel close.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't bad seeing. The only thing that it did lack on was like all of the post-fight interviews and shit. Like people were just yelling and screaming, so like you couldn't really hear like the after-fight stuff.
Couldn't hear Joe.
But like during the fight, it was like quiet, just like you'd expect, and like when shit would happen, people would like roar. But it was fun.
Would you have rather had that or $1,500? So you bought the ticket for
The next time, it's $1,500. This time, absolutely.
because you have to go once.
Yeah, have to go once. But it would have been sick to probably go like in a box where you could like listen to it and watch it at the same time.
My parents had a box.
Yeah,
I thought it was pretty cool.
Probably wasn't insane.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to the fights, but I did meet Dana White.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just a nice guy. No, I didn't get to say much to him, but he was fucking huge, and his bodyguard was bigger. So it's like really, really intimidating.
How tall do you think he is?
He's probably like 5'10",
Okay.
5'9".
Okay, so more of a presence than a body.
Dude, huge wide body, like traps on traps on traps.
A little Dan Bilzerian body.
Yeah,
you know?
and he was just on his phone the whole time. He was promoting this bourbon.
Is he married?
No. I think he's divorced.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah, something to prove.
I got a chip on my shoulder. I'm Wild Mustang.
Yeah, he was promoting his bourbon Howler.
Howler Monkey.
Well, I don't think it's Howler Monkey.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, just there with some hot girls, and he was on his phone the whole time, just bossing it up.
Talking to other hot girls.
Yeah, I wasn't even talking to. I wonder if he does that everywhere he goes. He calls
Stays
someone
busy.
like, "I'll be there in a few," and then he gets there and calls someone else, but like, "I'll be there."
I'll be there.
Yeah.
So. You just left. I'm coming back from my phone. You're on your phone.
I've noticed a lot of successful people use the phone a lot. They talk on the phone a lot.
They're always somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the damn. I tried to make a joke out of that, but it never worked. But like that's the. As soon as you could be in two places at once was when the phone was invented. Because like before the phone, you could only really be where you were. And if I wasn't in front of you talking to you, you just weren't there. As soon as you have a phone, now I can be where I'm at and talk to whoever the fuck.
Yeah.
I
The
wanna
first
talk
time
to
I
them.
realized the two people in place thing, because that kind of had like the same realization, was in "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" when the guy goes to the radio station to promote his whatever. I don't know if he's being like the governor or like
Yeah.
a mayor, but he was like, "Stop talking to these small town folks. We have the airwaves. We have to share with more people than these." You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
so I was like, "Oh, that's mass media. That's a cool
Instant corruption.
revelation."
And now I can manipulate.
And then I started a podcast.
Yeah, mass media.
Yeah.
You ever think podcast is the ultimate form of narcissism? You're like, hey, check out what I'm talking about. I know you're not here right now, but
Stand-up is, for sure.
stand up is too intentional. Podcast is just enough subtlety to where you're kind of trying to finesse, like, hey, I'm not trying to do stand up, but I also have very interesting conversations.
Yeah, you think you do.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hate to say
Yeah,
it.
there's no real work you need to put in except for buying equipment and
Exactly.
getting an RSS feed.
And then it's kind of like I have something to say.
Yeah. I mean, do we?
Of course we do.
What have we been
We're
saying?
comedians.
I still,
They.
I still am not calling myself a comedian. I don't think I am.
Does it make you feel better about doing open mic?
Does it make you feel more
Are you
pure?
a comedian? No. Coming to the stage, first timer.
No, I don't do that. That is weird when people say they haven't been doing stand-up as long as they have been doing it.
What do you mean? Oh,
Like people who've, like they've done it for like 3 years, but they'll say like 6 months, or they'll say it's like my 5th time.
yeah, I haven't been going that often, probably like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Tis. It really depends on how much you make out of it. If you tell someone you've been doing it for 3 years and you kind of aren't 3 years good, then you're like, oh, you just didn't go that often.
Yeah.
3 years, as opposed to like
But you should feel that embarrassment.
of their face.
Yeah.
Be like,
3 years, eh?
3
Ew.
months, 3 years.
Ew. You been watching it 3 years?
Yeah, I've had Netflix come. No, you do it. Okay. You should have an open mic. Okay, yeah. You have a room.
Yeah.
2 rooms. Okay.
Are you feeling weird at all? You feeling?
What do you mean weird?
You've been acting differently ever since you got a little shot in your arm.
Ooh, I was gonna ask you. You've been acting the same ever since you haven't.
That's my new thing. If I hear someone's gotten a vaccination, like, you have been acting like pretty off since like March 30th. And then they'll be like, wait, what? That's when I got my vaccine.
You look at my card.
Huh, yeah, you stare off in the distance.
Yeah, I copied it. I needed one.
Just love to see them in the corner. Like, what? But yeah, how's the vaccine? Have you gotten your second dose?
I'm second dosed. I think I gotta wait like 2 or like 10 days or something for it to like
Set in.
Yeah, but
And then you're fully vaccinated, ready to go.
ready to go.
Vax and wax?
Vaxxed, not waxed, just
yeah.
vaxxed.
Right.
But like, you know, I was like, you know what? I think I know what I'm doing. But then like my mom like heavily convinced me, and like I'd be like, all right, if there's ever a time for my mom to fuck me over, this would be the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we'll go with mom.
Wait, what do you mean you think you know what you're doing? Like, you thought you weren't going to get it?
Right. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I'm gonna get the vaccination, but like she kind of like talked me into it. And I was like, I mean, would she really? Like 29 years old, this is the time she wants to Casey Anthony me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could have done it way sooner.
Yeah, she should have, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she did tell me to look in the microwave often. You know, just to
Just see if it's ready.
Yeah. See if those nuggets are ready.
See that macaroni? Could have been you. Could have been you.
A little closer. Can you hear it? It's a hum, right?
But yeah, vaccinations. Publicly, I am vaccinated.
I do have a card.
Privately, I'll tell you the truth. That's my stance on it.
Oh my god. Would you ever get a fake card?
Yes. There's no database.
That's the worst part about it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do one more little mic adjustment on you. Spin that right there. No, but I feel like an asshole kind of going out in public and not being vaxxed and not wearing a mask. But also, I don't think I've ever had it, and I don't think I will get it. So ignorant.
Here's what I think. And here was my... It's just the worst. Okay.
Terrible. Anyways,
let me just drop some knowledge on you.
fucking idiot.
Because I can see we're just going to talk la talk, you know? Here's what they should do. They give everybody the vaccination. If they're going to say, hey, if you're dumb enough not to get the vaccination, we're just going to really drop COVID on you. Everybody else gets COVID.
The real one.
Yeah. Everybody else gets COVID. And then everybody's like, what, dude? I just thought I could. And then there's like, get the vaccination, dude.
Yeah, I'm still just scared. You know.
Scared of what? Scared of COVID or scared of
No, obviously.
what a vaccination could do to you long term?
Long term.
What do you think
Effects.
vaccination would do to you long term?
It could weaken my immune system to where I can't fight other things off.
Like what?
Like another something new,
Like what?
like not a new strain of COVID, but Dovid or something. Yeah, like something new that your guys' bodies
He just
haven't.
picks the next letter in the alphabet.
I know.
He didn't even change.
I searched so much in my brain, and that's the first thing I came with. A, B, C, D, Dovid.
Yeah, but like, that's not how vaccinations work.
But this isn't a real vaccination. This isn't introducing the virus into you and letting it fight off. It's going in and changing. I'm just.
Did you know what you're
No. That's why I don't want to take it.
Oh my god.
Because there's so many
dude.
people saying this and there's so many people saying that. I'm just like, I'm going to sit in the middle, and if I have to use it to travel, I might. But
But then it's too late. It's like getting a passport.
also, they don't know if it's effective over 3 months. Like, everyone just could have to either get a booster shot in November or whenever flu season comes back, or they have to get a whole new shot because the first one's not going to help them.
This is what New York is saying. Hey, I'm going to give you a free cheeseburger voucher, and it's good for 3 months. And you're
Hey.
like, I don't know if I want a cheeseburger because those cheeseburgers could be fucked. And you said, all right, but the thing about this voucher is you're going to have to get another one in 3 months.
That's not the same thing because I can eat
It's
a
a
cheeseburger.
free fucking vaccine.
and I know what a cheeseburger does to me.
You know what all vaccines do to you.
I don't.
So you've never gotten a vaccine in your life?
I have.
So
But those are actual vaccines.
those were enforced by your parents as opposed to under your decision?
Yeah.
You thought they were trying to fuck you?
Today, I'd be like, I would sue them.
Would you know, I just thought about it. I'm going to sue my goddamn parents. Did I ever get a vaccine? So you think you're going to be one of the new generation of parents that doesn't vaccinate their kids?
No, for definitely not. But there's
So you're going to vaccinate your kids?
for things that have been proven and might put other kids at risk. If 5
You
years
sound
from
like
now,
a cop.
if 5 years from now they say the COVID vaccine is fine, there have been no long-term studies that show it does anything to your immune system, anything to compromise you in any way, I will get the COVID vaccine if it's still around. But I don't think it's going to be around.
Right. So if that paper doesn't come out, what does that mean?
Then they probably haven't proven it either way, so why take it?
Because you could be the part of the problem that's not letting it be effective.
Yeah, man. I don't think I am. I'm not around old people. I'm not around a lot of fat people. Just at open mics. And
This is
then-
what you're doing. You're going to Gordon Ramsay and being like, dude, I don't really know if you quite got this thing figured out. I know
don't.
you spent a long time cutting fish and making seafood dishes, but it could use a little more time.
And that's why we have conversations like these.
And Gordon Ramsay's like, how about you eat the fish, dude?
I don't know. I think you're trying to.
I just feel like scientists and experts have spent time thinking about it for you to debunk it in 2 minutes.
I'm not trying to debunk it.
But just for it to be uncredible. Like, you believe there's a Pluto.
But scientists and whatever, they have a lot of time usually to figure these things out. And tests are done, and there's a huge sample size that they use. They didn't do this for this. Like, they rolled it out very quickly.
No, they did. They just fast-tracked it because it's a pandemic. It's not like there's a vaccine that we already have for this, and now we're going to come up with a new one, so it's just going to be in line and kind of make money for the pharmaceutical industry. It's like, we need this vaccine right fucking now.
This is how I think about it. I think it's like the Xbox. Like, you don't get the brand new Xbox first release date, Christmas sale. You wait 6 months, let them work out all the bugs, send it back out.
So what you're saying is you're going to get the 6-month version of the vaccine.
I'm going to get it when I absolutely have to. When it restricts my life. When I can't do anything, like maybe I want to travel outside of the country, and if I have to, I'll get it. But until then,
Would you fake it? The way you had to think. I might. I might.
publicly no. But I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna get the antibody test next Monday to see if I've ever gotten it or ever come across it. If I haven't come across it, and I don't have the antibodies, or if I do have the antibodies, I will
What
probably.
if it's what they call it, like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, you don't have the antibodies, so now you start getting reckless, and then just get the antibodies.
That could very easily happen. I'm a Florida man. Yeah, but if that either way, if I have antibodies, I had it, didn't know it.
Okay, this is the best strategy. This is the best strategy. You're about to go do some reckless shit. It's about to be a hot boy summer. Would you rather fuck these bitches with a condom because you know no matter what you're not gonna get shit, or would you rather, you know, just cause
What was that?
you know, I don't
Shoulder
know,
shrug?
you know, you could just STDs, you know, pregnancy.
First of all,
you're playing with everything when
That's
you're
a weird
not.
analogy because I have
But
pretty
you
good
could
sense.
absolutely protect yourself. Just wear the condom.
Or smell your smells. I've had senses. I've had like little things here and there. Whenever I've gotten chlamydia, I think twice. For sure once. I think twice.
For sure.
Both times I was like, I know where I got it. Both times.
What about the second time? How'd you get it the second time if you never got it the first time?
I didn't go back to the same source.
I didn't think it was the first time.
It was
but then
like
I
years
knew the
later.
second
One
time.
was like when I was 19, one was when I was like 23. And both times I was like, I know exactly where I got it. And I don't think that you can do that with...
So do you think you'll ever get
COVID.
chlamydia again?
I might. No, I don't think so. The first time it was because I think an ex cheated and I got it from her. Because I wasn't cheating. And she did the old like, oh, I got it from a toilet seat thing. I was like, that's bullshit.
The old?
Yeah, that's like a thing. Like girls will say it. Like urologists will tell girls that they can say it, but it's a known thing and it's not true.
What? It's not
Like, the girl-
a lawyer's legal advice. If
what you
he
do.
asks you, you can.
Well, I think the girl who checked the girl out when I was 19, they were like family friends, and she was a urologist. She told
Just trying to help her
yeah,
out.
yeah. Like, don't feel bad. Like, I mean, you guys are young. You guys probably whatever. Just tell him this. And then I was on.
Are you like?
Just
are you
ded-
writing somebody else's biography?
Deduction?
Just like filling in dialogue.
I'm a deducer, dude. That's what I've deduced.
They call me the deduce.
Yeah, but I'm not. I do take precautions. I wear my mask still. I haven't been vaccinated. So, I mean, if everyone's not wearing the mask, I'm not going to wear my mask. But if it's a public place, like Publix or somewhere where I'm around older people, I will.
Okay.
Just to be safe. But, yeah, dude, I don't. I'm scared.
It's
I'm
going to
scared.
segue me perfectly into this. We're about to go to Halloween.
Yeah. If I need it for that, I'll get it.
Not if you need it for that. Wouldn't you rather stay ready than get ready?
But
for something like for the people who you know aren't vaccinated.
yeah, Halloween's a music festival, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, like 30,000 people. But
Yeah.
by
a lot
then,
of wooks too.
by then, your shot will have worn off. You might
Yeah,
need
I'll
a
get
boost-
another one.
You'll get a booster?
Of course. What are you talking about?
Did you ever get a flu shot before?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You ever gotten the flu?
No, but I
you
can
get the
also
flu
say I
be-
got the shot.
Did you ever get the flu before the flu shot?
No, I mean my parents forced me to get
Yeah.
like stuff. Like my mom's a doctor, so like
Yeah.
it was more just mama knows best.
Yeah, man. I don't know a lot.
And I don't trust people.
Yeah, man. We can hop off the vaccination thing because I'm sure people are tired of hearing about it. They want a distraction from it.
People like you.
But it. People who are running from it.
Can y'all stop talking about this? You make me feel all kind of feels for this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is, I mean, you've gotten it and you live with me. Are you pissed at me?
No.
Yeah. But I could still give it to you potentially. You could still give it to me technically.
Yeah, for the next like 2 weeks or 10 days or whatever. I
No,
guess.
but even after, you could still get it and give it to people. You just won't have as strong as side effects.
Right, so why wouldn't I make my chance of giving it to you less?
But we already wouldn't have side effects. You like most likely.
What do you know, dude?
Because 99% of people don't have serious side. Like it's very mild.
What does he know?
That's a fact. That's on the CDC.
Look up how many people have COVID symptoms. Is that what you want me to look up?
Yeah, whoever contracts it, like severe symptoms. Hospitalized is even higher. It's like 99 point.
How many people
6%.
have severe COVID symptoms?
Yeah, how many? Yeah. It's still kind of too long of a Google search. That's VC or COVID symptoms. But yeah, man, it's just fear-based. That's all it really is.
Ah, man.
And all the information I get
You just
is
need better hats, dude. That's all it is.
Most
1 in
people-
6.
1 in 6 is not.
99.
I guess just the words we use.
The language. The liberal language.
You do hospitalization.
Have
But that's in the
hospitalized.
world. Let's do the U.S. because the world has a different. Don't do severe. Just do hospitalization. Have
What tense of hospital do you want me to use?
hospitalizes. I mean, you can say hospitalized too. Yeah, you got it for you.
Okay.
Just click on that, dude. We're
Vaccine.
not gonna get that. We're not gonna.
That's what I was saying. 35.
You just saw 35%, and
But I was trying to read
like
the
a
facts
paragraph?
around it.
Exactly. That's what people do. And then they're just like, I know. I know. Come on, 20 minutes per day. See, this isn't going to tell us.
This isn't it. There's
Just
variants.
This is all you gotta do.
Vaccines.
Hospitalization rate. Keep talking, man.
I almost
Bored.
found it. I almost got it. Nah, I don't got shit. All I'm saying is you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, and I get everyone's point of view. Everyone's point of view. But
You sound. I'm just trying to find the right metaphor for this. You know.
please tell me. What do I sound like?
You sound.
Huh?
You sound like the last racist, you know, and you're like, it's not hurting anybody, you know.
No. None of your analogies make sense. None of them.
But you don't think the vaccination makes sense, so you don't really.
I don't have a say.
Yeah, you don't have a.
That's fair. You can say that.
That's fair. That's American. You found the facts you're looking for?
Yeah, right.
Take a little time over there. There's a lot of sites I gotta.
Breitbart. Will that give it to me?
Wikipedia.
InfoWars says. No, there's both sides.
How are there both sides?
There's people who are undeniably, unequivocally announcing it as a hoax, and they're like, "This vaccine is killing people. This vaccine will lower our immune systems, and we're doomed." And then there's the other side that's like, "You're an idiot if you don't have it. You should get it. You definitely need it." And I'm the guy in the middle who's like, "I'm gonna wait this thing out. I'm not gonna be crazy, reckless, but also."
Why don't you just get the first vaccine and not get the second one?
Why would I do that?
That way you can have your toe in the water and not feel like you're like.
No, my I'm not gonna say whose parents these are, but there's a person close to me. Her parents, they gave me like some statistic or some number. There's like 4,000 people have died from the COVID vaccine, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. I feel like I'd be hearing about that. And I looked it up, and on the CDC, they said 4,000 people have died since getting it, out of 200 million people. But it could have been from a car wreck. It could have been from anything. It's just people that have died since getting those. Like those, I don't know why they'll publish those because it's kind of misleading. But that's the kind of trickery on the other side too.
Here's the better question: is this stuff that you've heard about, or is this stuff that you're looking?
I
up?
literally looked that up when I got home because like that doesn't sound right. And it's on the CDC site. It says over like 4,400 people have died, but it was out of 200 million people, and it's just people who have died. That doesn't mean they died from COVID. But on the other side, they released death rates when people were dying of a heart attack, but they also had COVID. When they died in a car crash, but they also had COVID.
So what do you think's really going on?
I
You
think
think COVID's not real?
I think it's just a polarizing thing for everyone to get mad at each other.
You think it was swine flu on steroids?
I don't remember swine flu, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. Swine flu.
Bird flu?
I do. I mean, that was more serious. Like that had a higher death rate. Like that could have actually fucked us. I mean, COVID did, but I mean, we're all here. We're not warring.
Yeah, but don't you think that it was a little bit preventative?
if they would have caught it quicker, if we would have done something quicker.
Right, but don't you think that what they did kind of squelched it? Like, if they would have done nothing, it would have done more? Like, imagine if no one wore masks, no one social distance, no one changed what they were doing, and COVID was just going on. Do you think it would have been worse, or it just would have played its course because it wasn't really a big deal in the first place?
I think people would have naturally, instead of getting scared by...
dying by themselves in hospitals.
Instead of getting scared by the media and everyone staying inside, we would have naturally come together and stayed inside and pulled. Like, if it got crazy.
You were the most, I want it to be my idea.
I know. I'm just talking to my ass, dude. I'm trying to envision, like, a different scenario than everything shutting down. And
I feel like it definitely helped. It wasn't helpful, but it certainly helped in terms of not fucking everybody. Like, it gave them a second to be like, hold on a minute.
But it did fuck a lot of... It fucked...
The economy. But the economy will bounce back. Your health could fucking kill you.
It killed small businesses.
Right, but you won't be alive to run your small business if we just don't do anything.
But if we... Why was
like Walmart, health is wealth.
Why
not
was
wealth
Walmart still allowed to be open during a pandemic, but not...
I'm not the fucking governor, dude. I don't have those kind of questions.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I mean?
All seems a little fishy. Can we stop talking about this, man?
I got him.
Yeah.
Passion. Now, that's what people come to a podcast for, passion. La passion. And if you pull it out of them, that's how you get them.
Yeah. What's your scooters note?
I mean, Jacksonville's got scooters, dude. Since the last time we've been podcasting, Jacksonville does not have scooters. And I found out tomorrow is some kind of scooter day, and they're letting you ride for free or something, but...
Only if you've been vaccinated.
Yeah, that's how they're going to get you, dude. A lot of OnlyFans are going to come with vaccination. You want to see this pussy? You're going to get this vaccination. That's my service to society.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
They did a lottery in some state.
Yeah, I got a bit that you can't be burning right now, but I'm working on a bit. So, yeah.
Why not? Just throw it out there.
No, because I'm trying to. I have new things that I'm trying to do, and I'm not going to burn them on the first podcast back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First day at the festival, we'll do all my drugs.
Yeah. That's how you make friends for other drugs later on in the festival.
You don't remember that first night? I was fucked up.
I haven't heard any music. Yeah, we talked about Halloween. I'm excited for that. It's the first big new festival back. It's probably going to be my last festival. I've decided that. Yeah.
You're a fucking so prima donna. 5 months out. My last one.
It's going to be a big blowout. I'll be 30 at the beginning of next year. And it's probably time to stop going. You know what I mean? Stop playing in the sandbox. You know? What'd you feel about that?
Sure.
I don't care. Like, we're all waiting for Zach to quit festival.
Once that gets out of the sandbox, we'll be able to...
Oh, my God. Why do I say things?
Yeah, you think festivals are a young people's game?
I mean, definitely.
What if you're listening to the wrong kind of music?
Probably.
Like, what if you went to bluegrass festivals?
That'd be good.
Those are an old people thing.
Yes. So should I just say last EDM festival? Last psychedelic music festival?
So what kind of festival are you gonna start going to? Like yoga festivals?
Polka.
Country music festivals?
Classical music.
You're gonna start saying the N-word around your friends?
Whoa. How do you do that?
Oh.
But yeah, man, you have to get going soon.
Oh,
We can keep this a short one. Unless you have anything, don't do that on the mic, dude. So fuck this.
Sorry.
Yeah. Anything you want to shout out?
We're back doing comedy, man.
Yeah. It's back.
It's back. We're back. We're on the waves. We're in the scene. Jacksonville, Riverside, Springfield, Mandarin, Beaches, St. Augustine, Daytona Beach, fucking everywhere.
Well, speaking of comedy, do you have any thoughts on the Tony Hinchcliffe controversy?
I heard about it, but haven't looked into it.
Okay.
I've heard. Actually explain it to what's going on, and then I can figure it out.
There was a guy, Ping Dang, who was doing comedy. He was opening up the show at, I think, Antone's or some comedy club in Austin. And right after he got off, they brought up they brought up Tony Hinchcliffe, and he kind of introed with like calling him like a chink.
Wait, was it a Kill Tony or no?
It was a Death Squad secret show. So Brian
Okay.
Red Band.
Right, so it was actual like show.
Yeah, and apparently Ping Dang had opened up for Tony before, and anyways, that was clipped, like him calling him a chink, calling everyone else laughing at him like a race traitor. Obviously,
Kind of riffing, though.
yeah, riffing at the beginning of the set.
Right, to kind of get the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, and that was clipped out, so only that part was posted of his set, and then everyone got mad at him.
It
So-
didn't show him like walking on and trying to like.
Yeah, it didn't show him after things had died down, and after like he riffed and like the set went well. It was fine. He didn't have any anti-racist things, but it's the whole Stop Asian Hate. Everyone's kind
Right,
of up in
it's in
arms
the middle
about it.
of yeah.
Yeah.
He went for it.
What do you feel about it? Just knowing that. Obviously, I didn't piece it together super perfectly.
It's just a gamble. It is what it is. I mean, I get it. I do
A
the
what?
same thing.
A gamble?
It's a gamble.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not that it's not funny, but it's also like it's funny because
Yeah.
that's why it's funny.
It's just
kinda.
not clever. I don't think he's a racist person or has hate towards Asian people, but it's just
It's just a cheap laugh.
yeah. And if we were, bigger or big comedians and had someone clip our comedy shows at open mics, like we could get in trouble for that. Like saying
Yeah, I
dumb
feel like
shit.
I've done way worse to just like
Yeah.
random crowd people.
And obviously you're saying the worst thing because you think it'll elicit laughter. You're not saying it to like, let's attack Ping
Yeah,
Dang.
I've been waiting to have a fucking Asian opener so
Yeah.
I can burn this material. It's like, no, I'm just trying to.
What do you think about him posting it, Ping Dang posting it, being like, oh, you kind of.
It's one of those like, what are you gonna do kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like, what am I just not? I mean, I don't know. And at the time where like there's Asian here, I'm just gonna be the Asian that lets like Tony Hinchcliffe fuck with me, and everyone around's like, hey, you gonna let that guy fuck with you like that? And then he's kind of like, I mean, he probably shouldn't. And I mean, I'm sure he felt like bad about it, like he didn't. But it's kind of like.
Wouldn't you talk to the guy though and be like, hey, that kind of hurt my feelings. Can you not do that again?
But as a comedian, I don't know. He posted it.
He posted it.
That's kind of weird. I feel like an audience member can post it. And then
Yeah.
Kinda,
And then you can talk about it if you want, but like you're
Right.
gonna post it and try to be like a victim.
I don't really like that he posted it, but I mean,
It's weird, right? It's
a
a little
bit.
weird.
That's a little weird.
It's like a little. I hate the word clout, but it's trying to gain a little. bit.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like a little. I just wish, yeah. It's just as bad without you having to post it. Like somebody would have posted it, and then you can just be like, yeah, it happened, but I talked to him, and I did shitty, and he's sorry. But now you kind of blast him, and then you still have to have the conversation, and then
He's been on all these shows where they interview him. So like, how'd it feel? And he was like, he's like being very victim-y. But I've never been in a situation where someone called me like a slur. So, and I'm just a white guy.
yeah, I don't know if like Bill Burr came to town and like I opened for him, and then he called me the N-word after I went up, kind of like, and everybody laughed at me. I would be like, huh. I mean, maybe I'd be
But
like,
the N-word's so different.
I know, but not like that way. But like, just think of something insulting, and I would just be like, huh. I don't know how I'd feel about it. Like, I'd get like,
What if he called you, not the N-word, because that's like the ultimate. I feel like chink.
but that's what I'm trying to think of something just like if he did it and then
Like,
like
I can say chink, and you're not like this.
I mean, I'm not like that because
But
I'm
I
not
can't
Asian.
say the other. Yeah,
If I was your Asian friend, I'd be like, Jesus Christ, dude, you gotta cut that shit out, man.
Yeah. Whoa.
God damn, it's a C word, dude.
But just the fact that he put it out made me feel weird because he was trying to get attention for that instead of getting attention for his
Is that
comedy.
how racists think?
I guess I'm racist because I think that. I don't know.
Answer's always wrong. No? Yes. What do you mean? What? But I don't know. It is what it is. You got talked down to. As long as it was funny, I guess, and for the sake of the joke, you gotta protect all comedians. Maybe that should be
A PAC PAC?
PAC PAC.
PAC PAC.
That should be a PAC PAC, you know?
Protect all comedians, political action committee. Protect all. That's a tongue twister.
Yeah, get that one out once.
Protect all comedians, political action committee. I fucked up committee.
Yeah, PAC PAC.
PAC PAC.
Yeah, we gotta be able to fuck around. I mean, it's not like we show up to. I mean, we do kind of show.
It's
up to
not like
places.
he put that on a
That's the
Netflix.
worst, though.
It's not like he put that on a Netflix special. It's like, this is my shit.
That's not it either, though. But it is at a comedy club. I can say it's at a comedy club because I can say we can't just show up to places because we kind of just do open mics at places. But if you're doing a comedy show, you're coming for comedy. It's not like, oh, all of a sudden this joke wasn't good, so he's serious.
And apparently he went in on that because the guy before, the Ping Dang guy, did like a whole bunch of like social justice jokes before about like Asian, like,
right, kind of talking
and it
about
wasn't like exactly funny, but like he kind of got laughs out of the crowd because they were like, oh, let's try to be good people and laugh at, you know,
It's
stop Asian
actually
hate.
talking down about the same thing, dude.
Yeah, but go watch their sets. It's
I might.
very
I'm gonna
like
go back and do it.
preaching stop Asian hate. I don't think people hate Asian people. Definitely not as much as we hate black people.
Let's go to LA. Definitely not as much as I have hate in my heart.
All right, guys. Well, we'll wrap it up there. Once again, episode 185 of the Relatables podcast is brought to you by the Relatables discount. Remember, that's still going on. Anywhere you go, tell them the Relatable sent you. You get 10% off. And it just helps with the podcast.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I'm at Zach Malcolm.
I'm at D Nimick. And as always, stay relatable.
No, dude. First plug the Amazon banner.
Oh, also, if you go to therelatables.com and you go to that upper right-hand corner, there's an Amazon banner. Click on that banner, bookmark it, shop through it. Whatever you get doesn't cost you any more. Matter of fact, it might cost you less. But it just makes you know that we referred them. We get a kickback. It shows that you love us. We already love you. And everybody wins. You know what I mean?
While you're doing that, please keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and as always, stay relatable.
Stay relatable.